A very good morning to all of you. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine and fit, right? As you all know, I am your English teacher, Miss Priyanka, and in today's class, what we are going to learn? We are going to move forward towards the topic pronouns. In our previous classes, we learned about the definition of pronouns. Then we talked about the personal pronouns. What were personal pronouns? He, she, it, they, all these were personal pronouns, right? And then we talked about the next topic, that was possessive pronoun. Possessive word came from possession, right? So possession means belonging. And what were the examples? There were various examples of possessive pronouns like mine, ours, yours, his, her. All these were possessive pronouns. Now we talked about the third topic, that was reflexive pronouns. What were reflexive pronouns? The reflexive pronouns are pronouns that refer back to nouns or pronouns that occur before them in the same clause, right? If I say he is doing his work himself, so here himself is the reflexive pronoun and it is referring to the noun or the pronoun he, right? So himself, herself, themselves, all these were reflexive pronouns. What we are going to learn in today's class is the next topic of the same chapter, that is relative pronouns. So students, what we are going to learn today? We are going to learn about relative pronoun, right? So the word relative, see here, it is written relative. Relative word here indicates for relating, right? For connecting something. It is here used for connecting something, right? So what are relative pronouns? That we will learn, but before that we will learn the definition. Let us all learn the definition. Relative pronouns connect a noun to a group of words that follow and describe the noun, right? I am reading this definition once again. All of you repeat after me. Relative pronouns connect a noun to a group of words that follow and describe the noun, right? So basically the relative pronouns are used to connect a noun and the other group of words that will describe the noun. How? If that I will give you the example, right? So this is the definition of relative pronouns and you can write the definition in your notebook for your better understanding, as well as you can write these two examples, right? So students, here it is written, the man climbed the mountain was Mark Twain, right? So here I have left some space because these two sentences are not connected with each other. So which word should I use so that these two sentences will get correct? So I am going to use a word who here. What word I use? Who here. This is one relative pronoun. The man who climbed the mountain was Mark Inglis, right? So here this word is connecting the noun as well as the group of words, right? You understood? So who here is example of, is one relative pronoun. Now let us move to the next sentence. It is written, Aman has a pen, changes color. Are these two parts of a sentence connected? No. So what word should I use so that these two become connected, right? So I will make use of that. I am making use of that. Now see whether the sentence is connected or not. I said Aman has a pen, that changes color. Now here the pen and the other words of the sentence, other group of words are connected with one relative pronoun. So such words which are connecting a noun and the other group of words are here relative pronouns. Do you understand? So what are the examples of relative pronouns? Who, that, which, whose, all these are relative pronouns. You got this topic? Now students, relative pronouns in English are who, whom, whose, which, that. Just now I told you that all these are relative pronouns, and the table here which I have made here shows the use of relative pronouns in different forms. See here very carefully. If we talk about the subject form and we are referring to people, we are talking about any person or we are referring to people, at that time we will make use of who relative pronoun, right? And in the object form, if we are object, do you understand subject, verb, object? So when we talk about object form and we are referring to people, at that time we will make use of whom, right? Whereas if we are talking about some things, we are not talking about people here, we are talking about some things, board, chair, marker, spectacles, we are talking about something. So at that time we will make use of which and that, both in subject form also and both in object form also, right? And if we talk about the possessive form, at that time we will make use of whose. We will make use of whose. I will give you one example. If I say Ram is the boy who gave me sweets. So Ram I am talking about. I am talking about a person. At that time I made use of who. Right, because I am talking about a person. If I say the black marker which belongs to Radha, right? So here I am talking about black marker and it is a thing. So at that time I made use of which. I didn't use who, right? Or there are various examples. If I say Sarah met an old woman whose son was a magician. So here we are showing possession, whose son, right? So we are showing the possession. So we are making use of relative pronoun whose, right? Are you getting this? So all these are used in different places. When we are talking about people, so we will not make use of which or that. And when we are talking about things, so we will not make use of who or whom. Is it clear? So these relative pronouns are basically used at different places. So we have to keep in mind that whenever we are making use of relative pronouns, we are making the use correctly, right? Now we will move forward ahead. See here, I will give you some more examples and there are some more concepts in this topic. See, the relative pronouns who, whom, which and that can be omitted in some cases when they refer to the object of the verb in the group of descriptive words that follow them. Now I will give you the example what I was trying to say. See here, if it is written the player whom we saw on the TV was Akhil. Right? This is one sentence here and I have used here relative pronoun whom. Is it clear? I am using here relative pronoun whom. Now I wrote here the player we saw on TV was example which I am trying to give you, that here we have written a sentence. We have written a sentence. The player whom we saw on the TV was Akhil, right? And here in the next sentence I have written, the player we saw on TV was Akhil. Now here I have omitted whom. I have removed whom, right? So what I have done here is that relative pronoun whom is here indicating to the object player, right? Here it is indicating to the object player. So when the relative pronoun indicates to the object, right? When the relative pronoun can be omitted in some cases when they refer to object of the verb, at that time we can remove it. So here we have removed it, where whom is indicating to the object of the verb, right? So what I have done, I have removed this and I have simply written the sentence, the player we saw on the TV was Akhil, right? So whenever you can understand this concept very well by seeing the example on page number 30. There is one more example. The cup that Viru bought is broken. What is the sentence? The cup that Viru brought is broken, right? So we are here talking about the cup, right? The object of the verb, we are talking about the cup. So instead of using that, we can omit that also. At that time, we are omitting the relative pronoun that. And how can we simply write the sentence? We can say, the cup Viru bought is broken, right? I have omitted that and I have simply said, the cup Viru bought is broken. Understood? So when we are here, there are some times when we do omit these relative pronouns, right? Now students, based on the concept of relative pronouns, we will be doing exercise number G, which is given on page number 30 of your book, and you are going to fill the book with the help of examples. Now all of you understood what are relative pronouns? Basically, relative pronouns are the pronouns that relate the noun with the other group of words. And what are the examples? Who, whom, whose, that, which, all these are relative pronouns, right? So by using these relative pronouns, let us do the exercise number G, page number 30. We are on exercise number G, page number 30. Okay? Come to the first sentence. The man dash car did not have a number plate was stopped by the police. The man whose car, fill the first blank with whose. The man whose car did not have a number plate was stopped by the police. Okay. Now let's come to the second one. The company dash makes electric geysers is in Jaipur. The company that makes electric geysers, or we can say the company which make electric geysers is in Jaipur. You can use either of the relative pronoun, but it should suit the sentence and it should be correct. Okay. Come to the third one. The earphones dash I wanted are not available in any shops here. The earphones which I wanted. The earphones which I wanted, or you can say the earphones that I wanted, right? Come to the fourth one. The painter dash chopped his own ears was Vincent van Gogh, right? So the painter who chopped his own ears, right? So we will make use of who. Why we are making use of who? Because here we are talking about a painter and he is a person. We are talking about one person, right? Come to the fifth one. The cranes dash come to our village in winter are from Siberia. The cranes which come to our village. The cranes which come to our village, right? We will use which as relative pronoun. Now the sixth one is, on the way to the market, Bhola met a man dash goat was for sale. Bhola met a man whose goat. Bhola met a man whose goat was for sale. Right? Now come to the last sentence of exercise number G. The boy dash the teacher called stupid later became a famous inventor. The boy whom the teacher, see here what I am using? I am using whom. The boy whom the teacher called stupid later became a famous inventor. Right? So this is the exercise number G all about. You have to fill the exercise with the help of pencil. Right? All of you know this. Now what you are going to do is, you are going to revise the concept of all the pronouns done till today. You are going to learn about pronouns, then personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns and the relative pronouns. Right? And there is one table given on page number 30 in your book, one small table that I made just now here, that green color table that you have to make in your grammar notebook. Alright, and you have to go through the exercises and you have to learn them again and again. I hope now the concept of relative pronouns and the pronouns is clear to you all. Thank you, class.